And then if you have a blanket and blocks, you can unfold the blanket a bit. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together here. And then the blocks are going to come up underneath the knees to support them. So you have a couple of choices. You can put them on the higher height, the medium height here, or you can drop them down to a lower height. But you want it underneath the knee/thigh to really support your knees so that you're getting a passive stretch through the hip joint, but it needs to be supported. So if it's like holding up like that, then you're just holding on to that tension. Okay. And then we're going to lie back. As soon as I sip my coffee. And we're going to take Supta Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees dropping out to the sides, and then lay back. And then if you have another blanket and you'd like to, you can bring it up underneath the head for support. If you tend to kind of overly round in your upper back and the shoulders are peeling away, you might want to hold that blanket in half again to add a little extra support for the head and neck. And then just release your arms at your sides. We'll close the eyes. We'll relax the jaw. And just settling in for our practice this morning. Starting off here, letting go. Sometimes we can feel like we're pulled all different directions. Our mind in one place, our body in another. We come to yoga to reunite our mind and our body. And we do this in part by just paying attention to our breath. So we'll bring together the index fingers and the thumbs, making a diamond shape with your hands, and then taking that diamond shape to the lower belly. Placing it on the lower belly and just breathe. Breathing in and out here. See if you can find that expansion across the chest. And then time for the belly to expand. As the belly expands, the thumb and the index finger will come apart. And then on your exhalation, the thumb and the index finger will come back together. Just breathe. You can follow your breath. On the inhale, the chest rises, the belly will rise. Index fingers and thumbs come apart on your exhale. Slowly, the chest and the belly will deplete, having the index fingers and thumbs to come back together. Stay here, come around. Just breathing, coming into gravity. Allowing for your weight to be supported by the mat. Next time you breathe in, and then exhale, send your breath all the way down to your toes. And slowly releasing the hands away from the belly, taking the hands to the knees here. We're going to draw the knees in together, bring the feet onto the floor. And then slide your blocks out here. And then walk your feet up to the edges of the mat. Just allow the knees to drop in toward the center. So again, no muscular effort. Then you can bend the elbows here. Come into cactus arms, bring arms overhead. And just slowly and mindfully start to windshield wiper out the legs. So dropping the knees to the right. And then coming back to the center and coming up over to the left. Inhale, the knees will draw back to the center, over to the right. So you inhale back to center and up and over to the left. See if you can time this with your breath. So on the inhale, rise. On the exhale, toward the right. And inhale back to center. And this next time you drop the knees toward the left, just over that right shoulder. And see if you can direct your breath to that whole right side. And inhale breath, coming back to the center. Dropping the knees to the right this time. And directing your breath. That whole left side, low back, rib cage. And then coming back to the center. And give your knees a hug here. Wrapping the arms around the knees. And start with a couple of circles. Just kind of releasing that low back into the floor. Circling in one direction, nice and easy, reversing that circle. We'll keep the right knee hugging in toward the chest, just lengthen this left leg long onto your mat. Release your fingers underneath this knee here, and just start by giving it a tug, so using that upper body strength to gently release to the front of that hip. And then we'll take a couple of circles here, like you've got a pencil on that knee, and you're drawing a circle. So letting the sacrum release up off the floor and then press down. And then reverse the circle here in the opposite direction. Nice and easy. And from here, drawing the knee back in toward the chest, start to find a sense of Tadasana from that left leg. Reach through the heel and start to activate the leg so much that the butt lifts off. And then take the leg up toward the ceiling like you're bringing a footprint to that ceiling. And from here, go ahead and peel the upper body away from your back. Draw your nose toward your knee. Rock back along the spine a little and come all the way to a seat. And we'll cross this left leg over top the right. Take your left arm, wrap it around the outside of the right knee. And then start to just come into a twist. So finding that sense of Tadasana through the left leg, really reach through the heel. Draw the toes up toward the ceiling. And then from here, take this right hand back behind you, pull your sacrum up and in, coming out to the fingertips, lengthening through the crown of the head, and as you exhale, coming into a twist. So on the inhale breath, creating length and space. Crown of the head reaching toward the ceiling. Exhale, roots wrapping around head and neck column. One more breath here. Exhale to deepen that twist. And then nice and easy, we'll unwind the spine here. Go ahead and take a hold of the foot, bring it to the inner thigh. Sit up top. Rock the extra flesh away from the sitting bones. Take this left hand to the outside of the knee, come out to that twist. And this time, taking the right arm alongside the ear, take the side bend over to your left. And then reaching out through the fingertips here, finding some length out through the right fingers. So you can keep the chest turning up. And then breathing into those right ribs. Take another breath in. Exhale as you reach, and as you inhale, slowly rising up. Bring the hand to the outside of the head, and from here, just peel the hips away. I'm going to extend this left arm alongside the ear, and this time direct the breath into those left ribs. One more breath in, nice and easy, unwind. We'll come back to a seat. From here, bring the foot back down to the floor, and then gently roll back. And then lengthening that right leg to your mat. Moment, just resting in Shavasana, maybe feeling the difference in those hips. And then we'll take the left knee in toward the chest this time. So take a couple of breaths here to just slowly Release the front of that hip. Using that upper body stretch to really tug the knee in towards your chest. And then start that same circle, letting the sacrum release away from the floor and press down into your mat. We'll do a couple of circles in one direction here, nice and easy. And then reversing that circle in the other direction. Starting to open up through that hip joint. And the next time you draw your knee in towards your chest, find some activation through that right leg this time. Reach the right toes up toward the ceiling. Start to reach through the heel and then lift that leg up toward the ceiling and make like you're making a footprint on the ceiling here. And then engaging the abdominals here. Draw your nose towards your knee. Heel the upper body away from the floor. Rock back a little along the spine. Use a little bit of momentum and come up to a seat. From here, crossing the left leg over top the right this time. Keep this right arm wrapping around the outside of the left knee. Keep the other hand back behind you, grow tall. And as you exhale, start to make your way to this twist. Keep finding that sense of Tadasana through the right leg. And then draw the sacrum up and in, create length, create space. Exhale, deepening this twist, gazing over the left shoulder. Once again, inhale, grow tall. Barely any weight on this back hand. Deepen this twist. And then unwind. Go ahead and take your foot to the inner groin. Roll the extra flesh away from the sitting bones. Sit up tall. We'll come back to a twist to the left. Right hand will come to the outside of the knee. Left arm reaches alongside your ear to take a side bend over to your right. And then directing energy out to the left fingertips. Keep your chest turning up here. And see if you can direct your breath into the left ribs and that whole left side. Breathing into this. One more breath. Exhale, reach. And as you inhale, rising up, just sliding the hand to the outside of the hip here. Peel the hips away from the mat, reaching that right arm alongside your ear. And then breathe into those right ribs and that whole right side. One more breath in. Exhale, unwind and come back to a seat here, nice and easy. And this time, go ahead and cross the other leg. If you need to, taking some padding, a block, or a blanket underneath the hips. And come to Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Sitting up tall. Crown of the head lengthening toward the ceiling, come back to breath. Feeling those sitting bones sinking down into the floor. And as you do, lengthen the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Take the palms together over the heart. Bring your thumbs to heart center. Thinking a moment. Allowing an intention to rise for your practice this morning. And we'll seal that intention with the sound of 3 points. So inhaling. Take a breath in. Exhale your breath. Then go to the eyes. We'll release the hands. Let's come onto hands and knees here. So you can slide the blanket underneath the knees as needed. And then making sure that you're sitting bone width apart, put your hips and knees in line, and then stack your shoulders here so that they're right over top of your wrists, right into the fingers. So you can press down into the floor with your finger pads here with the knuckle pads. We'll start to shift forward and back just a bit. So keep the fingers spread, just kind of warming up the wrists a little. Just kind of a small movement, bringing weight into all parts of the hand. The next time you shift forward, take this into a little circle, just opening up the wrists. Going clockwise for a couple of circles, nice and easy. And then we'll change that circle to counterclockwise. Focusing on the wrists at first, opening up through the forearms. A lot of us are spending a lot of time on the computer these days. We'll come back to the middle and then just start to make your way through cat and cow. So extending the heart as you breathe in. As you breathe out, curling the tailbone up all the way up through the spine. As you inhale, the belly will drop and the heart lift. And as you exhale, think of pressing into the hands as you round up. And then just start to move through cat and cow. Take your time, moving on your breath. And here, starting to connect your breath here with your movement. And then see if you can start to close the eyes. And instead of leading with the head, typically lead with the eyes or visual people, see if you can lead a little more internally. So a lot of times in yoga, we just kind of go through the motions, our body has memory. But if you take the head and the eyes out of the equation and sort of feel your way through this, you notice how it feels a little bit different. Maybe it's the same. And we'll change this just a little bit. So continue to close the eyes, and as you round up through the spine, see if you can actually lead with the tail. So let the tailbone lift, then the belly drop, then the heart lift, then follow with the head and the neck. And then tuck the tail under, rounding up through the back. And then the last thing that comes up is the shoulders, the neck, and then the head curls in. Just go through that a couple more times, kind of like a progressive cat-cow. Should feel nice to the spine. And then the next time you curl the tail under, we'll change it yet again. Go ahead and look over that right shoulder, send the hips over to the right. And then curling the tail under, looking back towards that belly button, and look over your left shoulder this time and send your hips to the left. Just coming into sort of a side-to-side cow. It'll feel nice to look back, especially if you've been doing a lot of sitting recently or lying on the couch. Mm-hmm. And then you can even take this into a full circle. So the next time you kind of look over that right shoulder, take your hips all the way around, take the head around. And then reverse it. Bring your hips over to the left and the head over to the left and circle all the way over to the right. Go through one more cycle like that. And then the next time that you curl the tail under, let's go ahead and round the spine. Bring your hips all the way back to the heels. Extend the arms out long in front of you. And then from here, inch the fingers out a little further in front, really press into the hands. And hover the elbows away from the floor. Starting to open up to the shoulders. We'll take a breath in and just walk this out to the right. Laying your chest over that right thigh, maybe stacking the left arm over top of the right here. Directing some breath into those low ribs. And then nice and easy, walk this through center. We'll shift the hips over to the right this time. Maybe that right palm stacks over top of the left. And then direct your breath into those right leg ribs. And then make your way back to the center. Keep the hands forward, so rising up onto all fours. We'll come into more of an extended cat-cow this time. So as you inhale, lengthening the belly, shifting a little bit forward of the wrists, and as you exhale, curl your tail under, tailbone draws you back. Do that a couple more times, so almost like a modified upward dog here in a child's pose. And then the next time you shift forward, this time we'll take a full circle of the hips, so really press into the hands, all the way around to the left. And your circle might be bigger or smaller than mine. Experiment with what feels good for your body, but just starting to open up the hips and shoulders. And then the next time you shift forward, reversing that circle, coming in the other direction. And the next time you shift forward from here, tuck your toes, lift your knees, and just reach the hips up and back. We'll make our way to down dog and start with pedal. Nice and easy, bending one knee. As you reach and straighten that opposite heel towards your mat. So warming up, getting things moving. Lengthening the heels toward the floor here. Really press into the hands, just moving toward the thighs. And then inhale, peel forward and find your high plank. Bring your shoulders directly over top of the wrist. Firm the belly and thighs. You're going to drop the right knee. Stacking your shoulder over the wrist here. Allow the heel to turn down, taking that other arm up toward the ceiling. Make a fist. Take a little circle in one direction. And then the other. Really energize that back leg. So put the lift up out of this right wrist. Take a breath in. Circle the arm around here. And then breathe into those left ribs. We'll go ahead and release the hand down. And then step your right foot back to meet your left. Come back to plank. Come on to tippy toes here. Take the knees down, hug your elbows in, lower all the way onto the floor with control. And then activate the legs and just peel the chest away. Take a baby cobra, keep the back of the neck long. And then release it down, forehead comes down to the mat. Again, try not to lead with the head, don't lead with the eyes. Keep the back of the neck long, don't even gaze up. Maybe the gaze stays down toward the floor. One more like that, peel the chest away. For the activation of the legs. Baby cobra, and then tucking the toes. Draw back through all fours, lift the hips up and back down. Pedaling in place. Nice and easy. Just kind of waking up. And we'll reach the heels toward the mat. Lift up through the signals, really actively pressing into the hands here, just moving toward the thighs. Go ahead and find a cat-like spine. Bring your chin to your chest, peel all the way out, finding that rounding. And then once you're here, hind leg, like pose. Lower the left knee, this time underneath the hip. Step your shoulder over the wrist, reach the right arm. Making a fist here, take a little circle. And circling the other way. Activate this back leg, breath in, sweep this arm around toward the front wall. Breathe into that whole right side. Taking the hand down to the floor, the left foot will come to meet the right. Come to tippy toes here. Lower the knees, hug the elbows in, lower all the way down. Try not to lead with the head. Activate the legs, peel the chest away. And lower back down. Elbows draw in toward the side ribs. Peel the chest away. One more like that. Keep the back of the neck long here. Peel the chest away. Baby cobra. And then tucking the toes. Reaching back for all fours. Lift the hips up and down, down dog. Let's inhale the right leg back. Bend your knee and just fan the hip. Taking a circle of the ankle here. Circling it the other way. We'll square the hips off. And then from here, draw your nose towards your knee. So as you re-extend, find length through the belly. Draw your nose towards your knee and pull the belly up and in. One more like that. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands. We'll lower this back knee, and from here, start to sink through the hips. When you're ready, bringing the hands onto the front thigh, lift your chest here. Maybe sink a little deeper, finding this opening through the front of that left hip. And then stay here, take the arms up. Enjoy the palms, bring your chest forward. Take the left palm down, reach this right arm. And then take a breath in here, slip of the arm all the way out and around, releasing the hands down. Grab a hold of blocks here, come on to fingertips. Lift this back knee away, lift the chest away from the thigh, and just lengthen over that front leg. So as you rebound, the heart goes forward. Exhale, lengthen over that front leg, draw your hips down. Two more. And this last one, lengthening through that leg as much as you can. Hold right here. Might need to step the back foot in just a bit. Breathing into this stretch, take another breath. Exhale. We'll rebound with right knee. And then take the right leg back once again, downward dog. Split. And nice and easy, floating that foot down. This time raising the left leg. Bend your knee and fan your hip. You can stack the hips here and then take a little circle. Circling the ankle the other way. Square the hips up here. Reaching through the leg and then nose to your knee. Shift forward. Re-extend and find length for your belly. And then draw your nose toward your knee. Pull your belly up and really round. One more like that. This one's going to come forward between the hands, lowering the back knee down. Start to sink your hips. And then from here, as you settle in, find this lift of the chest. Maybe taking the hands onto the front thigh. Find that reach and stretch for that right hip. And then taking the arms up here. We'll join the palms. Take a twist out. Releasing that right hand down. Reach this left arm up and then circle it all the way around like we did before. Take it down to the floor. Lift the back knee away, lift your chest. Exhale, lengthen over that front leg. So as you rebound, the heart falls forward, knee aligned over your ankle. Exhale, draw your hips down. Two more like that. You can use blocks here if the fingers don't really reach the floor. And on this last one, we'll lengthen through that front leg all the way. So you're using blocks. Remember, you have three heights. You can do this higher height, you can do the middle height, you can do the lower height. If you don't have blocks, maybe take a little bend of that knee as needed. Come onto the fingertips so you're steady. On your breath, breathe in that front knee and sweep the left leg. And then releasing that foot down to meet the other foot. We'll just take a walk all the way to the head of the mat. And then at the top of the mat, take a generous bend to your knees here. Allow the chest to collapse on the thighs. Allow the head to be heavy. Nod your head yes, shake it no. Letting go of any tension. And then from here, we'll spread through the toes. Bring some awareness into your feet. Ground down through the legs, but keep your knees soft to protect that low back. And roll it all the way up to stand. So stacking one vertebrae on top of another. Rising up top. Take a moment to stand in Tadasana. And if you're following along at home, we'll turn on our music. And then lengthen up through the crown of the head as you ground down through the feet. And on an inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, hinging from your hips. Fold forward. Lift the belly up off the thighs. And then folding forward. Ground your feet here. Take the arms all the way. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, Tadasana. Inhale here, taking the arms up. Hinge from your hips, fold forward. Nice long spine, so a little bend in the knees is needed. And then lift the belly away from the thighs. Hands can kind of shin through the thighs. Holding forward, ground your feet here. Take the arms all the way up, breathing in. And as you breathe out, Tadasana. Now we're adding on from here. Inhale, take the arms up. Hinge from your hips, folding forward. Long spine here, draw the heart forward. And from here, we'll take the right leg back. Coming into a lunge, light on the fingertips. And as you exhale, step that left foot back to meet your right. Down dog. Lift the heels high, glide forward, find your plank position. Aim the chest forward, lower the knees. Hug the elbows in, lower down. Activate the legs here. Let that support a little lift to the chest. Sliding the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Draw the hips up and back, down low. Reach the right leg on an inhale. Carefully bring the hip forward between the hands. Come back to fingertips here. And as you exhale, step that left foot to meet your right. Fold it over. Ground the feet, take the arms up. And as you exhale, releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms. Hinging from your hips, fold forward. Lengthening the belly, your heart draws forward. We'll take the left leg back. Light on the fingertips, so energize the back leg. And then tip your right foot back to meet your left. Down dog. Glide forward into a plank, rolling through. Stick with lowering the knees or hug the elbows and lower onto your belly. Heel the chest away, take a larger cobra. Tuck the toes, press into the hands, thighs draw up and back, down dog. Inhale the left leg this time, taking it forward between the hands. Come back to the fingertips. Exhale, step your right foot to meet your left, fold it. Ground the feet here, take the arms all the way up. And releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, sweeping the arms. Hinge from your hips, fold forward. Lengthen the belly, fingertips on the floor, or keep the fingertips lifted, heart drawing forward. Send the right leg back. And then reground the palms here. Stepping that left foot back to meet your right. Downward dog. Lift the heels, glide forward into a plank. Aim the chest forward, lower the knees. Lower down to the mat or chaturanga. Rise to cobra, up dog. Making your way back. Downward dog. We'll raise the right leg this time. Bend the knee and round. Re-extend. Nose to your knee. One more like that. Carefully take this foot all the way forward between the hands. Coming onto fingertips here as you feel steady. Rise to a high lunge. And then find this reach and extension up through the arms. Maybe soften the back knee, take a breath. As you exhale, open right. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, open out to the right. One more like that. Start to turn the chest from the belly button. Hold. Breathing into this. From here, take the right hand down. Reach this left arm alongside your ear. Directing your breath into those left ribs. One more breath. And we'll take the hands all the way down. From here, go ahead and lengthen through that front leg. Then rebend. And lengthen the leg. Then rebend. Using blocks here as needed. One more like that. The next time you rebend this knee, go ahead and draw the heart forward. Stay with fingertips or hands to the heart. Pour your weight into that right foot. Left foot comes to meet it, folding over. Ground the feet, take the arms up. And releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, taking the arms up overhead. Hinge from your hips, hold forward. Lengthen the belly. Stay with fingertips or keep the fingertips lifted, heart drawing forward. Send the left leg back. Once you're here, re-ground the palms, find that lift through the belly. Right foot back to meet your left. Downward dog. Lift the heels high, glide out into a plank. Lowering the knees lower down to the mat or lower halfway. Rising into cobra, press the floor away here, up dog. Nice, making your way back. Down dog. Left leg rises this time. Bend the knee and round. Re-extend. Draw your nose towards your knee. One more like that. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands. Coming onto fingertips as you feel steady. Rising up. High lunge. Soften the face here. Find this reach and extension up through the arms. Take a breath. And as you exhale, turn the chest, open up to the left. Maybe bending that back knee is needed. Reach the arms back up. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open out to the left and hold. Find that extension out through the arms. Stay here. Maybe that left hand comes down the back thigh. Reach the right arm alongside the ear. Breathe into those ribs. One more breath. Exhale, release the hands all the way down. You can grab a hold of blocks here. Come to fingertips, lift your chest. Lengthen over the front leg. As you rebound, the heart draws forward. Exhale, lengthen over that front leg. 2 more. The next time you rebound, draw your heart forward. Stay with fingertips or bring your hands to your heart. Pour your weight into that left foot. Right foot comes to it, folding over. Ground your feet and take the arms up. And releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, reaching the arms. Fold forward over your legs. Take a long spine here. We'll step to plank. And then you can lower the knees here. Lower down to mat or chaturanga. Rise to cobra, upward dog. Making your way back. Down dog. Deep breaths. Right here in downward facing dog. Take another breath. Exhale. And then take a deep inhale here. The bottom of this exhalation, bend your knees. Look forward to your hands, stepping or maybe hopping. Head of your mat. Lengthen the belly. Fold forward. Ground your feet here. Take the arms all the way up as you breathe in. And releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, sweeping the arms. Hinging from your hips, fold forward. We'll take a long spine here. Plant the hands. You can step or jump. Chaturanga. Always the option to lower the knees, rising into your twisted back bend. And then making your way back. Downward dog. Deep breaths in and out. Really spread the fingers here. See if you can press the hands down into the floor as you can find that lift up for your hips. Let's lift the heels, bend the knees. Move the chest back toward the thighs, staying with this. Or from here, you can start to lengthen the legs. One more breath. Bottom of this exhale, bend your knees. Look forward to your hands. Step or maybe hop. Lengthen through the belly. This time we'll fold forward, bend the knees. Sink the hips, lift the arms. Utkatasana. Take a breath. Exhale, fold all the way back down over straight legs. Long spine here, stepping or maybe jumping. Chaturanga. Rising into cobra or press the floor away. Upward dog. Making your way back to down dog. Raising the right leg. Carefully bring it forward between the hands. Round the back heel, lift the arms. Warrior 1. As you exhale, opening out to 2. Sink into the front knee. And then on your next breath in, take that back hand all the way down to the floor. Exhale, chaturanga. Lowering the knees, always an option. Come to cobra or up dog. Making your way back. Downward dog, left leg this time. Taking it forward between the hands. Ground the back heel, reach the arms. Warrior 1. Opening up to 2. Start to sink. And then take that back hand all the way down. Exhale, chaturanga. Lowering the knees, always an option. Coming into your choice of back bend. If you're going for up dog, really press the floor away here. Making your way back. Downward dog. Breathe. Deep breaths in and out. Take another breath here. And then take a breath in at the bottom of this exhale, bend your knees. Look forward to your hands, stepping or maybe hopping. Head of your mat, lengthen the belly. Folding forward, we'll come back into chair here. And then from here, fold all the way down over straight legs. Long spine, planting the hands. You can step or maybe jump. Chaturanga. Rising into your choice of back bend. Making your way back, down dog. Raising the right leg. Carefully bringing it forward between the hands. Take the back heel to the mat, reach the arms up. Warrior one. And then open up to two. Start to bend into this front knee. Eventually aligning the knee over the ankle here. Reach through the arms. Nice, we'll take a reverse warrior. So rotate your front palm, send the back hand down. And then inhale the back hand all the way to the floor. Exhale, chaturanga. Rising into your back bend. Exhale, down dog, left leg this time. Stepping it forward between the hands. Round the back heel with the arms. Warrior one. Open up to two. Start to settle into your hips a bit. From here, flip your front palm, reverse the warrior. And then inhale the back hand all the way down. Chaturanga or lower your knees. Rising into your choice of back bend. Making your way back to downward facing dog. You always have the option here to lower the knees. Take the hips through the heels, take a child's pose. Slowing down the breath. And then take another breath here. We transitioned into a child's pose. Come back into downward dog. And then taking a breath in, bottom of the exhale, bend your knees, forward your hands. Stepping or hopping, top of the mat. Lengthen the belly. We'll fold forward, come back into chair. Take a moment here. Sink the weight back toward the heels. Take a peek down. Make sure your knees aren't coming forward to the toes. Make sure you're hinging from the hips, the chest aims forward. Arms extend alongside the ears. Breath in. Fold all the way back down over straight legs. Long spine here, and then stepping or maybe jumping back. Chaturanga, rising into your choice of back bend. We'll make our way back to down dog. When you're ready, raising the right leg. Bend the knee around the spine. Re-extend here. Draw your nose towards your knee, pull your belly up and in. Nice, one more. This one's gonna come all the way forward between the hands. Keeping this back heel spun up. As you feel steady, fold the arms up here. Take a high lunge. And then taking the hands onto the pelvis, make sure the hip points are pressing forward here. Find a little hugging in of the inner thighs. And then from that hugging in, find this lift up through the arms. Nice, we'll reach the chest forward. Come to airplane arms, and then sweep the arms back up. High lunge. Reach the chest forward, extend through the arms. And then sweep the arms up. One more, airplane. And then rise up. Round through your back heel. Open up warrior two. Start to bend into that front knee. Reach and extend out through the arms. And then as you sink into that front knee, make sure this knee aligns over the ankle. Bring this front thigh so it's more or less parallel to the floor. Settle into the hips. Find this extension for the arms. The arms are getting tired. Bring your hands to prayer. Breathe. Relax your jaw. Settle in a bit more. We'll reverse the warrior here. Float your front palm up, send the back hand down the back thigh. And then bending the right elbow here. Bring it to the front thigh. Reach this left arm alongside here. We're gonna come into some circles here. Just letting the arm pass down in front of the face. And sweep it around. And then you can allow your torso to follow. Maybe the head follows suit. Nice and easy. Make sure you're not dumping into this elbow. And on the last one, find that full extension from your heel through your fingertips. Nice. Breathe. Stay here. Slide the hand down the inner thigh, side angle. One more breath. Ground down to rise up. Warrior two. Take the back hand all the way to the floor. Free up that right leg, bend the knee, fan the hip, circle the ankle. Circling the other way. Squaring off the hips here. Floating that foot down to meet the other foot. The left leg will rise. Bend the knee and around. Re-extend. Nose to your knee. Pull the belly up and in. Make sure your shoulders here are stacking over top of the wrists. Engaging through the belly. Last one. Hug the inner thighs in here as you feel steady. Float up. High lunge. Settle in a bit. Really draw the back thigh toward the ceiling. Find that reach and extension up to the arms. From here, bring the chest forward. Reach the arms up as you inhale. High lunge. Draw the chest forward, pull the belly up and in. And back to airplane arms. One more like that, sweep the arms. And then draw the heart forward, open up the arms, airplane. And then we'll reach the arms. Take your back heel down. Opening out to readjust your stance a bit, bend into that knee. Settle into the hips. Nice, make sure you're bending deeply into this front knee. But make sure the knee's not coming forward the toes. So really lengthen the stance. And then see if you can ground down through that back foot. Reach the arms. The arms are getting tired, prayer hands. Nice, we'll take a reverse warrior from here. Flip the front palm, send the back hand down. And then bending the elbow right on the long side of the ear and come into some circles. Nice and easy. Moving on your breath. Try not to rush through this. And then the next time you take this arm alongside the ear, hold. Find a lift up out of that elbow. And then maybe the hand reaches down the inner thigh. Guiding that left knee open. One more breath. Press down to rise up, warrior two. Take your back hand all the way down. Free up that left leg. Bend your knee, fan the hip. Maybe circling the ankle. And then nice and easy. Floating that foot down to meet the other foot. Stay here or make your way through a vinyasa. Meeting back up in downward dog. Nice, you always have the option to lower the knees here. Hips to the heels. Child's pose is too much, you can take a puppy here. Hips over the knees. And then lengthen out through the arms. Take another breath here. And then taking an inhale. At the bottom of the exhalation, bend your knees, look forward to your hands. Step or maybe hop. Head of the mat. Lengthen the belly here. Folding forward. Bend the knees. Take the hips and take the arms back up alongside the ears. And then from here, join the palms. Aim your chest forward. Make sure the knees aren't coming forward to the toes here. Make sure you're hinging from the hips. Take a twist to your right. Now you're welcome to hook the elbow between the knees here, or you can kind of snuggle yourself down, bring that elbow all the way to the outside of the right knee. Maybe the arms extend. And then nice and easy. Come back into chair. Rejoin the palms, heart draws forward. Take a twist to your left this time. So remember, you can just hook this elbow between the knees, or start to snuggle yourself down. Sinking into this a little more deeply, hook the elbow to the outside of the left knee this time. Take a peek, make sure that right knee's not coming forward. Maybe the arms extend. Nice, guys. Holding on to this, one more breath. We'll unwind. This time, hold all the way forward. Lengthening the belly here and then planting the hands. You can step or jump. Chaturanga. Rise to cobra, up dog. And making your way back, downward dog. This time, raising the right leg. Bringing it all the way forward between the hands. Ground the heel. Reach this left arm all the way up and around. Settle into warrior two. From here, turn your palms up. Roll the upper arms out. Find this broadening across your collarbones. Open the chest. And then bring your hands, just the hands, to face back down. Settle in a bit more. We're going to come back to reverse warrior. Nice. From here, internally rotate the shoulder of the back arm. Sweep it up to that. We'll reach around for the inside of that right thigh. Lengthen all the way through the front leg, but keep reaching back. And then cut the right hip under here. Taking that hand to the shin, go ahead and open the chest. And when you're ready, unwind the left arm. Trikonasana. And then see if you can find a lift up out of this low waist. Maybe that bottom hand looks away position. Nice. Start to shift your gaze down towards your front big toe. From here, you can take this left hand to your hip, or all the way forward into the front leg. On your way down, maybe grabbing a block here. Turn your chest. Energize the back leg. From here, that top arm can float back up. Ardha Chandrasana. Take another breath. We'll fall back to warrior two. Take your time. Nice. Take your back hand all the way down. Sweep the right leg. Downward dog split. This time bend the knee, fan the hip. And we'll shift forward and step the foot to the outside of the right hand. Lowering down. So we're going to come into lizard. You're welcome to stay on the palms here. You can grab a block. You can lower down to the forearms, or maybe take the block underneath the forearms here. And then just breathe. And then from here, allow the weight of the head to release. Start to relax your jaw. Soften your face here, just softening into this. Nice, take another breath. And then either releasing this left forearm to the block of the floor or moving onto the palm. Wrap the right arm around the outside of the right knee here. Start to turn your chest. And then from here, option to bend this back knee. Maybe just reaching back with that right hand. Grabbing a hold of the left foot. Slide the hand to the outside of the foot. And then from there, roll your chest and shoulder open. Take another breath in. And we'll unwind. Take the hands down either onto your block or to the floor here. And then just lengthen all the way through that front leg. Nice, as you rebound the heart will rock forward. Exhale to lengthen. Rebound, heart draws forward. Lengthen over that front leg. And then the next time you rebound this knee, we'll take it into a circle clockwise. Like we did at the beginning of class, warm up. Circling through the hips, lengthening the leg, drawing the hips back and circling all the way back around. Nice, let's go for one more circle just like that. And then rebending this knee. From here, tuck your back toes under. Find a little lift through your belly. We'll free up that right leg. Bend the knee, maybe fan the hip. And then lengthening that leg. Float the foot down. And we'll reach the left leg this time. Bringing it forward between the hands, around your heel. Reach the right arm this time, all the way up and around. We'll come into warrior two. Look back at your back hand. Take a peek at your front hand. Make sure it's one long line here. Settling into your hips. Lift the palms so they face up. Roll your chest and shoulders open. Find that broadening through the collarbones. Bring just the palms back down. We'll take a reverse warrior. And then from here, internally rotate the shoulder of the back arm. Sweep it up the back. Reach around to the inside of the left thigh. Lengthen all the way through that front leg. Keeping that drawing back. And then drawing that left hip under. Taking the hand to the shin. And when you're ready, unwind the right arm. Open the chest. Trikonasana. Energize the legs here. Find that lift up out of the low waist. Maybe releasing that left hand away from the shin. And then from here, shifting the gaze down towards your front big toe. Start to bend into that left knee. That right hand can come to a hip. We're all the way into the left foot here. Turn the chest and then maybe re-extend that right arm. Ardha Chandrasana. Really actively engage that back leg. Like you're pressing through the back heel. Breathe. We'll rebend the standing leg. Nice soft landing, come back into warrior two. From here, take the back hand all the way to the floor. We'll sweep the left leg back, bring the knee, fan the hip. And then from here, shifting forward, we'll aim the knee toward the left shoulder and release the left foot to the outside of that hand. And then you're welcome to take a block here. You can lower onto palms, you can lower down to forearms. Maybe the block comes underneath the forearms. Lizard. Relax your jaw a bit. Getting a little more deeply into the stretch for the hips and groins. Softening into this. And then from here, either releasing the right palm or the right forearm down to the mat. Go ahead and draw this left knee in by wrapping the arm around. Use that to turn your chest. Nice. Stay right here, bend the back knee. And then maybe, just maybe, taking that left hand back to the right foot. So try coming onto that right palm. Maybe making the impossible possible. Roll your chest and shoulder open, breathe. One more breath. Nice, we'll unwind. Take those hands down to the inside of the left foot. Lengthen over that leg. Breathe in, so the hands to the inside of that front foot. And then lengthen. Move through that a couple more times. So hands might need to come to a lock here. And then the next time you rebend this front knee, this time will come counterclockwise. Doing little circles all the way around to the left. Lengthening the leg, drawing the hips back. And over to the right. Nice. The next time you rebound this front knee, tuck the back toes under, find a little lift for your belly. We'll free up that left leg. Then the knee here, and the hip, maybe circling the ankle. Slowly floating that foot down to meet the other foot. Stay here or making your way through vinyasa. Nice. Meeting up in downward dog. Always have the option here to lower the knees. Keep the hips toward the heels. Take a little breather here and have toes. Maybe taking a little sway of the hips. When you're ready, making your way back to downward dog. Bend the knees, support the hands. You can step or maybe hop. Lengthening the belly. Folding forward and back to chair. And from here, rising all the way up. Take a moment in Tadasana. Finding that grounding down the left and up to the crown of the head. When you're ready, inhaling the arms all the way up. Hinge from your hips, fold forward. Take a long spine here. Nice and easy, step your left foot back, coming into a lunge. Gather the inner thighs in, float the arms all the way up. Bring your palms to face forward, press down, rise up. Breathe in that front knee. Palms face forward, press down, rise up. Breathe in your front knee. One more like that, press down. To rise, lower bend the knee. Start to aim the chest forward. From here, join your palms. Sweep the arms to the right. Hook the elbow to the outside of the knee. And then press this left palm into the right. Turn your chest. Maybe the arms extend from here. Nice. We're going to unwind. Press down to lift. Come back into that high lunge. And then nice and easy, shift your weight forward into the front foot. And go ahead and float the back toes away from the floor. Take a micro bend of that right knee. Actively engage the back leg, reaching back to the heel. And then you can open the arms out. Roll your chest and shoulders open. Airplane. Nice soft landing. Back into that lunge. And we'll take the fingertips down to the floor. Go ahead and lower that back knee, seat the hips. When you're ready, bringing the hands onto the front thigh. And we'll sweep the arms here to Anjaneyasana. Nice and easy. Unwind. Then we come back into a low lunge here. Step this left foot to meet the right, to move the feet apart a bit. And then you can fold over the legs here. So take a little bend in the knees. And take a hold of opposite elbows if you need to. Lock to the hands. Or from here, if it's available to you, wrapping your index fingers and the next fingers around the big toes. Lengthen your belly, and then hold. Adho Busasana. Allow the face to soften. Relax your jaw. Keep this bend in the knees. In fact, see if you can release the chest toward the thighs. Keeping those knees bent. And then maybe, just maybe, work on lengthening the legs, not by pressing the knees back, but lifting the hips up. Keeping the chest on the thighs if you're able. One more breath. And then release the toes here. Soften your knees. You can bring your hands onto your thighs as needed. Engage the abdominals. Keep the knees soft. Protect the low back. Roll your shoulders back. Take a moment, stand into Tadasana. When you're ready, reaching the arms all the way. Hold forward here. Lengthen the belly. And this time, step the right leg down. Nice and easy. Come into a low lunge. Gather the inner thighs in. Float the arms all the way up. Set up for high lunge. Bring the palms to face forward. Press down, rise up. Breathe in, reach. Press down, rise up. Think of the inner thighs hugging in toward the midline here. Think you've got a block between the thighs. Reach. Press down, rise. We'll rebend the knee. Aim the chest forward, join the palms here, sweep the arms. Bend the elbows. Hook the elbow to the outside of the knee. Press that left thumb into the right. Turn your chest. Breathe, guys. Don't forget to breathe. Really energize the back leg. Maybe the arms extend. And then rise up, pressing down through that left foot. We'll take the palms over the heart. It's okay if you're shaky. Start by aiming the chest forward or all the way into the left foot. Right toes lift away. Energize this back leg. Reach back through the heel. Roll your chest and shoulders open from here. Airplane. And then nice soft landing. Come back into a lunge. We'll take the hands down. Lower the back knee. Taking some padding as needed. Sink your hips. When you're ready, bringing your hands onto this front thigh. Anjaneyasana. Make sure the pelvis is coming forward evenly here. Lift your heart. Open the arms. Coming back to low lunge. Step your right foot to meet your left. Toe heel the feet apart a bit. So you can take a hold of your block here. Opposite elbows, yogi toe. Or this time, lift the feet. Sliding the hands all the way underneath. Come all the way up to the wrists here. Hold forward. Padahastasana. Take the chest and release it onto the thighs. Stay here with a slight bend in the knees. Or as you lengthen the legs, try to keep the chest glued to the thighs. It may happen, it may not, that's okay. One more breath in here. Exhale your breath. And then nice and easy, we'll release. Softening the knees. Maybe the hands come onto the thighs, rise all the way up. Roll your shoulders back. Take a moment in Tadasana. And then see if you can find that grounding down to lift up. Reset for just a moment. From here, we'll inhale the arms. Exhale, fold. And then stepping back into a plank from here, just draw the thighs back and lift it down top. Reaching the right leg. This time bend the knee around. Reach. Bring it across the body, maybe tap the left elbow. Nice, reach. Right elbow this time. Draw your foot toward the opposite armpit. Nice, find some lift, lower down. You're welcome to take some padding underneath this right hip. If you've got a blanket, you can kind of even arrange it here so that you can pad the right hip and maybe the front of that left thigh. Come on, the fingertips lengthen your belly. Fold forward, rolling through a couple of times. On this last one, releasing down. Your forehead can come onto a block on the mat. And just settling into this. See if you can soften the face, relax the jaw, letting go. And you always have the option from here to come into a reclining version of this pose. So coming onto the back. This right ankle will come to the left knee. Stay here, bringing the hands back behind that left thigh. And just breathe wherever you are. Nice, settling in here for a few breaths. Take another deep inhale. exhaling around. And then slowly start to make your way back up. So if you're in a reclining pigeon, meet up with us here. We're gonna sweep this back leg around. And then you can hook the ankle to the outside of the knee. If this feels like too much to try and ground the hips, bring it to the inside of the knee and then you can unwind that leg, kind of like we did at the beginning. Or if it's okay for you and you can ground both hips, go ahead and wrap it around. You can also try maybe a block or even your blanket underneath your hips here. Take this right arm, wrap it around. Coming to the outside of the left knee, draw your sacrum up and in first. Lengthen up to the crown of the head as you exhale, come into that twist. Nice, on every inhale, find length, creating space through the vertebrae. On every exhale, deepening that twist. Crown of the head reaching toward the ceiling. And then from here, looking over that left shoulder, stay in the twist, but unwind just the head. Unwind the neck so that you're not cranking the neck here. Now find a little more twist from the belly, and then shift your gaze back over that left shoulder. So we tend to lead with that head and then maybe gather too much tension in the neck. Unwind, we'll take a little counter twist. Hooking that elbow to the outside of the knee, breath or two here. And then unwind your spine. We'll sweep this left leg down, tuck your toes under. Lift from the belly, free up that right leg. You're welcome to bend the knee and the hip. If you like, keep standing the hip, maybe release the foot down here. Reach the hip point, slip your dog. And we'll unwind. This time, left leg rises. Bend the knee around the spine. Nice, re-extend. Bring it toward that opposite elbow, tap if you can. And reach it back, we'll take it toward the left elbow this time. And then reach the foot toward that opposite armpit. And then if you did so on the other side, you're welcome to take some padding underneath that hip, maybe even the front of the right thigh. Lift the chest here, come onto fingertips, roll through a couple of times if you like. Moving on your breath. And on this last one, holding forward, you're welcome to take a block here to rest the forehead. Settle into this, soften your face. Remember, you always have the option to take a reclining version of this pose. Coming onto the back, this time left ankle over the right knee. Just settling in here, work here, a couple more rounds of breath. See if you can soften the face, relax the jaw, nice and easy. Take another deep inhale. Exhale the breath. And slowly here, start to make your way back up. So here in that reclining version of this pose, meet up with us here. And we'll go ahead and sweep this leg around. So remember, you can hook it to the outside of this knee, but if this right hip really lifts off, you can try the inside of the knee, and you'll also be on the option to unwind this bottom leg, just like we did in the warm-up. The other option is to elevate the hips here. Make sure it's underneath both hips though. And then from here, take this left arm, wrap around the outside of the right knee. Draw the sacrum up and in. If you can find, bring your hand to your sacrum. Notice if you're kind of slouching through the low back. You can give yourself a little self-adjustment here by drawing the sacrum up and in, lengthening up to the crown of the head, and a little more length for your spine. As you exhale, come into this twist. On every inhale, growing taller, so there's barely any weight on this back hand, not kind of sinking into it. On every exhale, twisting up. Once again, inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. And then from here, unwind just the head. So stay in the twist. Maybe even come a little more deeply into it, and then turn the head so that you're not cranking the neck and not leading with the eyes. And then unwind, take a little counter twist. Wow, breath or two here. And we'll unwind this top leg, reach it back behind you. From here, we're tucking the back toes under, free up the left leg. Sweep it back, bend the knee, fan the hip. You're welcome to stay here, keep fanning the hip, and maybe, just maybe, flipping your dog. Lift the hip points up. And then if you flipped, unflip. Downward dog, we'll bend the knees, looking toward the hands. Stepping or maybe hopping this time, come to have a seat. And then from here, you can keep your block handy. We're gonna lower all the way down onto the back. Bring the hands back behind the thighs. Engage your abdominals here, rolling down bone by bone. We're just making your way down. And then walk your feet all the way in towards your sitting bones here. So tucking the chin slightly toward the chest. Release the arms at your sides when you're ready. Heel hips away from the floor. Taking bridge pose. You're walking to rock it up underneath, rocking side to side. Coming onto the shoulder blades here. Take a breath. As you exhale, lower down bone by bone. Nice and easy. Use that abdominal control. Nice. You're welcome to stick with bridge. We're coming into full wheel. Taking the hands by the ears. Draw the elbows in and press down to rise up. Or to down your asana. We're sticking with bridge. If you liked rocking side to side, bring those shoulder blades up underneath. Breathe. And then you can release the hands, roll it down bone by bone. Take a breath. Nice. We'll come into one more set, bridge or full wheel. And then you're welcome to take a hold of a block here. When you're ready, transitioning into a supported bridge, wherever you are. Sliding that block underneath the hips. You can bring it either in the low or the medium height, or you can stack two with the low height. Right at the sacrum, that flat bone at the base of the spine. Stick with a supported bridge here for a couple breaths. And then when you're ready, maybe lengthening this right leg and then the left leg up toward the ceiling. And we'll take a supported shoulder stand here. And release the arms, bring your palms to face up. Slide knee props and things out of your way. One more round of breath. And then take an inhale for one final challenge, bending the knees in here. And take the feet to the floor together. Slowly using that exhale. Once the toes touch down, lift the hips. Slide your block out here. We'll walk the feet out to the edges of the mat. And then bending the elbows, bringing the arms up overhead, come back to cactus arms. Let the knees drop in toward the center from here. And then we'll go ahead and drop the knees to the right and then to the left. So windshield wiping out the legs. Take your time coming back to where we were at the beginning. And see if you can connect this back with your breath. So inhaling to the center, exhale up and over to the right. Make sure the knees are wide here so they're not together. So feet should be all the way out to the edges of your mat. And then the next time you drop your knees to the left, look over your right shoulder. Breathe into that whole right side. And then coming back toward the center, drop your knees to the right this time. Breathe into that whole left side. So again, feet are wide, the knees won't be together. And then breathe into that whole left rib cage and left side. And we'll come back to the middle here. And then nice and easy, lengthening one leg long, and then the other. Bring your arms out at your side, so a little bit weight away from the body here. The palms will come to face up. And this time, if you like, You can unwrap your blanket and lay it over you. And coming into Shavasana, slide your props and things out of your way. Take a deep breath in, send it all the way down to your toes. And then working your way up here, starting at your feet. Relaxing any tension you're still holding on to in the ankles, calves. Making your way up to your thighs. Relaxing your hips, your back, your belly, your chest. Your arms at your sides, fingers. Working your way all the way up to your shoulders, your neck, and your head. Slowly, just starting to deepen the breath. Bringing some movement back to the body. Wiggling the fingers, the toes. And as you're ready, taking the arms up overhead, just taking this final stretch. And your fingers all the way down to your toes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend your knees in here one at a time. And we'll make our way onto the right side, and you can use that right arm up overhead like a pillow. And just pause. Taking a moment here just to soak in all the effects of your practice. And then as you're ready, keeping the eyes closed, using your upper body strength to press your way up to a seat. So you can allow the head to be the last to come up. And then you're welcome to refold that blanket right underneath the hips. We'll come back to an easy seat. Returning to your breath. And then if you like, putting your audio back on for just this last bit of class, rejoining palms over the heart. Returning to your intention.